1, 2, 3, push! The 3 ponies pushed the whole weight against the large ornate door. It made a loud creaking sound as it clicked shut. Pipsqueak and Schootaloo breathed a heavy sigh from the physical exhaustion. Meanwhile, Saphira used her magic to lock the door. "Took you long enough," Diamond Tiara commented with a pompous attitude. "Well, you could have helped instead of sitting there," Schootaloo responded. She was in no mood for Diamond Tiara's attitude right now. Diamond Tiara stood up and faced Schootaloo. "You got something to say?" "A lot, actually." "All right, break it up, you two." Coronet stood between them. Always the mediator, she wasn't. "Look, you're upsetting Lemon Days." She pointed her tail to the crying filly being hugged by Noi. Diamond Tiara glared at Schootaloo and Noi. She looked like she wanted to say something, but decided against it. "Huh." Diamond Tiara turned away and sat back next to Silver Spoon. Pipsqueak and Schootaloo sat down around the 4 lanterns that remained at the center of the ponies. A quick head count revealed Pipsqueak, Saphira, Schootaloo, Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, Cornet, Noi, Lemon Days. Of the 18 ponies, there were only 8 who made it this far. For some reason, that scared Pipsqueak more than anything. Not knowing was the worst part, and judging by the state of Lemon, a pony who was always smiling, even part of Schootaloo's Rainbow Dash fan club, along with Noi, it must have been really bad out there. This was a mistake. Pipsqueak realized it now. They never should have come here. Whose bright idea was it to bring them all here? And then it hit him. Whose idea was it? He assumed it was Diamond Tiara because she was the one who took charge at the beginning. But something about this whole setup didn't feel like Diamond Tiara's hoofwork. Why couldn't he remember the pony who came up with the idea? It was like there was a noise in his head, blocking certain memories. Whatever. Couldn't have been important if he couldn't remember it. He shook his head, trying not to think anymore. It was Schootaloo who broke the uncomfortable silence. "Where's everyone else? Has anyone tried using their runes?" "All night, Scoots." Noi spoke up, showing her own runestone. "I haven't heard anything from anyone else. I think they might be lost." "How did you get separated?" Saphira suddenly interjected forcefully. It was a good question. Pipsqueak's group were the only ones who had arrived in full. Everyone else had either arrived alone or was missing some pony. "Lemon?" Saphira had advanced, but Cornet stood in her way. "Can't you see she's hysterical right now? I found her hiding in a bush, sobbing uncontrollably and muttering to herself. I don't think it's a good idea to make her relive it." "But, Cornet," Noi suddenly spoke up. "If Lemon knows where her brothers are, then—" "No!" She spoke up suddenly. I don't remember. Don't want to. No. She started frantically chanting. Cornet was at her side in an instant. Shh. It's okay, girl. Ain't nothing gonna hurt you out here," she gently soothed. "Hush now, quiet now, it's time to lay your sleepy head." Okay. Safe here. No monsters. No bad things. No darkness. No green. She softly sobbed as the 2 fillies went back to work, uncomforting her. Saphira sighed, realizing there was no point in pressing the issue. "Where's Twist?" she asked Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon, who tensed up a bit. "How should I know?" Diamond Tiara retorted, completely dismissing the question with a wave of her hoof. She averted her gaze. Odd. Diamond Tiara preferred to look ponies in the eye. Pipsqueak remembered Featherweight calling it a dominance thing. Silver Spoon, on the other hoof, was shaking nervously. Saphira must have picked up on Silver Spoon's closed body language. The shivering, the aversion of the eyes. Pipsqueak wasn't too good at reading ponies, but even he could tell something had happened. "She was in your group. You were supposed to stay together." Saphira's tone became much lower, more angry. "Why? would you come here without her? Where is she?" "I said I don't know. She probably just went home. Are you accusing me of something?" Damatiara suddenly shouted, standing muzzle to muzzle with Saphira now. The two ponies looked like they would come to blows at any moment. The pompous, spoiled, "I'm better than you" pony versus the pony who lived in the place where nearly everything in the forest had been bred to kill every other living thing in the forest. Take your pick on who would win. "Diamond?" Silver Spoon spoke up timidly. I think we should tell them." Silver Spoon was going against Damatiara? On Pipsqueak's list of top 10 things he thought would never happen, that was number 4. "Tell us what?" This time it was Noi who spoke up. All the ponies looked to Damatiara. "Damatiara, where is Twist?" Cornet stood up from Lemon's side and rounded on Damatiara. "Diamond Tiara." Saphira's voice was low and dangerous. "Tell us where Twist is!" Now it was Schootaloo's turn. Pipsqueak wasn't sure if he should join in or come to Damatiara's aid. He could see her shaking with rage. Everyone was against her now. "Will everyone just shut up?" Damatiara suddenly screeched. Her voice echoed throughout the building. "Twist went home, all right? End of story." "That's a lie. Twist didn't go home." Silver Spoon looked visibly shaken. Then she stood up slowly. "Silver Spoon, shut up!" Damatiara said dangerously, rounding on Silver Spoon now. "No!" Silver Spoon shouted just as loudly. "We both know that Twist didn't go home." Her whole body shook in anger. Anger directed at Damatiara of all ponies. "Twist is gone." Silver Spoon choked out between sobs. "We saw her get swallowed up by something in the forest." She was reaching into her saddlebag and tossed out a pair of large, purple glasses between the ponies. It made a clunk sound as it hit the ground. They were unmistakably Twist glasses, mangled and broken, but definitely Twist's. "And it was you who's responsible." Silver Spoon stood over Damatiara, who started to look very small. "If you hadn't been teasing Twist, she wouldn't have run off like this she did. She wouldn't have fallen off that ledge. She would have just laid there while it..." She trailed off. Her screaming voice echoed through the halls. "Silver Spoon," Damatiara said, drawing herself back to her full height. "If you don't stop right now, I'm gonna..." "You'll what?" This was getting bad. "All my life, I've been kicked and pushed around by you. I just wanted to be your friend because no pony else wanted to. But no, I'm just a servant to you. I'm just someone to take your stress out on. Well, no, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm not one of your dolls. I'm not your little whipping horse. I'm Silver Spoon. You can't just torture me for your own amusement." Before anyone even realized what was going on, Silver Spoon was already upon Damatiara, the two ponies violently fighting. Silver Spoon had the upper hand because she had struck first, knocking her to the ground and beating on her with her hooves. It took several seconds for everyone before they realized that Silver Spoon was going berserk. She might actually kill Damatiara. Noi and Cornet were the first to reach and try and pull them apart, bellowing for help from everyone else. But it was hard to hear her due to the terrifying shrieks of Lemon overpowering the commotion. Pipsqueak saw Silver Spoon and Damatiara still trying to viciously beat each other up, even after they were being pulled away from each other by everyone else. Pipsqueak saw one of Damatiara's hooves connect with Saphira's face with a loud crack as she tumbled to the ground. For several seconds she lay there, breathing heavily, dangerously. The air was getting heavier. She slowly stood up to her full height, and there was a light rumble beneath her. "Enough!" she bellowed at the top of her lungs. Every pony stood by silently as Saphira's magic lifted the two struggling ponies several feet into the air. "You two! Corners! Now!" She very violently tossed them into both opposite corners of the room. "Stay!" she said, keeping the two fillies from running at each other again with her telekinetic magic. She turned her head to Schootaloo, who looked dumbfounded. They had all known that Saphira was good with telekinesis, but they didn't think she was that good. "Get the rope in your saddlebag! Tie them up! Now!" she demanded at the top of her lung. "You two! Rope! Now!" she bellowed at Noi. Right," Schootaloo and Noi said in unison. They tripped as they dashed to their saddlebags by the lanterns. It was a good thing Noi also had a length of rope, because Schootaloo had the only one they brought with them. Pipsqueak just stood there, while all that had gone on. He watched in stunned silence as the whole scene played, urging his legs to move, but they just refused. "Some hero you are," the little voice in his head berated him once again.